Hey y'all, Wayne Gobbold here with the small nugget for big impact in your life. Today I want to mention something to you that came up in a training I was doing the other day. We were discussing about how we pour into the lives and add value to our employees in this particular business. And one of the things that came to the forefront of the conversation, because there were some folks in the room who they had spouses and moms and aunts and cousins and uncles and people and children of their own who were school teachers. And so we were having this conversation about how in school, and whether you're a teacher or not, right, you went to school, so you're going to be able to relate to this. And I want you to go with me, stay with me here and get this impact. The folks who were in school with you, you know, when you looked across the board, there were some kids in school that you knew that when they went home, there was probably nobody there waiting to hear what their day was like. There was probably nobody there to study with them. There was nobody there to encourage them, to, say, hey, you took a great risk. It's okay if it didn't work out, or you took a risk and it did, and that was wonderful. We're so proud of you. There was just nobody there, okay? So what we were talking about in this business the other day is we were saying, this happens in schools, right? And we hear this from our friends who are teachers, and I know it firsthand from being a teacher. But what this business realized in that moment of our training was, and all those kids who didn't have anybody to be in their corner grew up. And it's very likely, and what we see in the research is that the cycle, right, the mindset cycle and the cycle of poverty and of generational stuff, it's a cycle. It just goes on and on and on. And these kids grow up, and because they had no better experience, they repeat the same behaviors in their own children. You can't fix what you're not aware of, right? And so we were talking about how your workforce, their workforce, was made up of some of those adults who used to be those kids. And so if they've never had anybody to pour into their lives, to add value, to say, hey, you are worth it, you are a valuable human being, what does that do? How does it impact their work and being on the job? And what we talked about was the way that we as leaders in those companies, because I was working with a group of managers and even with the ownership, what do we need to do to add value and to pour into those people so that then they can be promoted up through the company? Within the company, we can promote them because they have great skill sets, but they're lacking in this personal leadership piece. And it's because from day one, nobody's been there to add value to them. So I just want you to kind of take in that picture and think about where you work. Whether you are a manager or you're not, you are a leader in your life. And all around you, just like there were in school, you know that there are people who are now adults working around you who still have never been told that they matter. And so I want you to take that little nugget and start recognizing how people matter and letting people know that they matter by genuinely pouring into people, and watch the heights to which they can rise. It will make a tremendous difference in your business. Valuing people brings out the best in your people, and it happens across all industries. If you want to talk more about that, if you want to dig in a little deeper to this concept, leave me a comment or shoot me an email, private message me. We can have a conversation about that. This is a lot of what I do in the training when I'm working with businesses, is to get them to see things very similar to that aha that company had. It was, wow, you know what? We employ a lot of those people, and they're changing the way they treat them. They're really making an intentional effort to pour in, and good things are happening there. So I want you to think about that. How you treat your people matters. Give me a shout out if you need to. We'll have some more conversation about it. I'd love to come work with your business and find out what's going on in your business. Is it a matter of adding value? Is it a matter of your communication? Do you have some teamwork issues? We can work on all those things. You guys have a great week. Your nugget's a little longer this week than normal, but I thought it was powerful to tell you the story behind the nugget. Let that have big impact in your life. Talk to you soon.